in my paper. They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbillies. Cubone staying with the lick. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border. So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Let's turn it up, a little louder, turn it up.
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And we've got J.C. Jackson, who's stating his place among the league's best with 6 picks this season. It's the Chargers and the Lions. And it comes your way next on Madden NFL 23.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Detroit Lions.
Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Chargers coming into play. They've got to be thinking, hey, we've got a good chance to be successful here running the football.
No doubt about that, because that has to be their mindset. It should be their mindset. This is one of the better rushing offenses in the league, and they're squaring off against a team that's not at all strong.
3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves them with a 4th down. So likely a 3-and-out on their opening drive. That's not a good omen for a team that's lost 3 straight games.
Too many threes that you're mentioning right there. That's a number they've got to get off of. And the big risk you're running right now is discouragement amongst the ranks. How do you keep them up? How do you keep them motivated? They've got to dial up something to give themselves some confidence.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Chargers as they get set for their first drive. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun now on third down. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. On fourth down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. On the return is Williams. And he's out right at the 25. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC.
A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's caught. Mitchell.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 5 catches, 82 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
They'll roll him that. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And it's complete to Mitchell. And he's going to have a Lions first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. The Lions at 5 and 7 now on the year. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
2nd and 6. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Lions. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
That throw taken in by Jameson Williams.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 2nd and 4.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Catch number 44 on the year. It's a 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Out to his left. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
Back to the running game with Swift.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They're going to look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
He's got it to Williams. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 1. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll set up to throw.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 43. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. On play action, they'll throw. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. 1st and 10 right at the 20. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25.
Lee McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop him. And the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line, and these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
And oh no, it's incomplete. It's a touchdown.
Lions kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they got 3 now. They hope that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle.
And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And 3rd and 8 now. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's caught. Smith. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Fielded just inside the 20. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or 2, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
This is swung out to Eckler.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
They'll look to throw again. On the screen, this is Eckler. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down.
Back to throw again. He'll get this to Eckler.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
And this one too low.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett.
And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Chargers. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Back to throw now on first down.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football, because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 8.
a pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Working the middle here, that's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Second and 5. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42. They'll drop to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll set up a throw. Forced out to his left. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense, because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
Hopkins' kick is good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the posts.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Another shot now for this Lions offense. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A 7-yard.
2nd and 3.
Second and 3.
Dancing to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jerry Tillery running in there and setting him down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball gets super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got a man complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Might want to remember that 3rd down play, 37 yards.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the 3rd quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's got a man complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 37 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Kenneth Murray, he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching Sack taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. The 40. The 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. And now both of these defenses have something to brag about following this one, each with a pick 6 today.
They are even there, but we still have to decide is getting that W. The turnovers are great. Can they make plays now that tilt the balance in their favor?
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, and that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
Justin Hopkins.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as he'll get him down shy of the 20.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is fielded at the 27. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
It has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. They'll look to throw here. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Over the middle, it's complete. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Going over reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? You try and go with a quicker guy and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. Swift going to try up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there.
not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They go play action here on first down. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Second and 4. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Back to throw again. He's got this complete to Williams. And he is going to have the Lions first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Here's a handoff to Swift. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And in for the Lions, touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions put together a 4th-quarter drive to take the lead. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So the Chargers now down by 4, a little under 2.5 to go. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Finding Allen, and they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down now with that clock rolling. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw.
He's got Eckler.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw. And Allen's got it. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40. He's back to throw. And he'll find Everett there, complete.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. He'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. A 10-play drive that time.
And in the end, it was Mike Williams who capped the drive with a touchdown reception.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now it's the Lions' turn, trailing by a field goal. 26 seconds to go. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a 1st down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down.
This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete.
It's the turnover on down.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Down to a knee here, the defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And this, not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to 3 hours. Right? So is your body going to be awake when it's time to play? A lot of teams actually rehearse it. They practice it. Maybe the week of the game, they move everything up to that time frame so guys get used to doing it that way. I remember when I played at Tennessee, when we had to go from east to west, our trainer Tim Karen said, leave your watches on East Coast time. Every piece of information we got was East Coast Standard Time. Try to psychologically tell us what to do, as well as prepare our bodies the same way.
So for the Chargers, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5.
And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Washington Commanders.
Meanwhile, for the Lions, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers.